You might like the original Terminator, but here's a bunch of people who hated it. I've never seen this before now, so I think I'm going to land at a middle rating. You're gonna give it a 50% because you didn't watch it when it came out? And it's not like watching the Teletubbies as an adult and being like, I guess I see why it's for kids. It's a f***ing action movie. It's made for you. Watch it, enjoy it, do whatever you feel like, except in front of me.
Retarded if you ask me. Then I won't ask you. That's called differences in tone. Also, no one asked you and yet you wrote it. Why go to the internet and write and then say, if you had asked me, I would have written this?
It would have made a lot more sense if they would have followed it up with, by the way, I'm vegan. Arnold Schwarzenegger is alright, but the rest is shit. Wouldn't recommend. Ow. I popped my brain and felt slightly racist, and I don't know why.
Arnold's last name is like the racial slur of power. One racial slur to insult them all. Everyone gets to equally be offended. Welcome to now. 1980s flick that is poorly shot via James Cameron. If you just get rid of poorly shot, this is just a description of the movie, where you just kind of like inserted, you know, your little opinion into it, and that's it. That's all it is. It's like Deadpool showing up in a Marvel comic. Just like, hey, I'm out.
Maybe it's just because I'm from a newer generation, but I thought this movie was cheesy. It also seemed to be trying hard to be edgy. Yeah, at the time it was like a really edgy action movie. I understand that things don't necessarily age well, and probably some kid when you're older is gonna look back on something you like now and say the exact same damn thing. And you know what? Just laugh it off. And who's accidentally edgy? Bob Ross. Bob Ross is accidentally edgy.
And Richard Simmons is accidentally fabulous. I'll be back for a superior sequel. Although I agree, that doesn't tell me if the movie's good. It just tells me if the other one's better. How is this useful? If you give me two really good hamburgers and I try one and then try the other and I'm like, this one's better, it doesn't mean that that one's shit. Just means that that one's better. Both can be good. Give it, review it.
Bop it. Skip it. Review it. Really cheesy movie, LOL. Your rating and what you're saying is kind of confusing, because you're like, this movie sucks with the rating, and you're like, it's cheesy. And when is cheese really bad? Whoever's watching our shit obviously understands cheese.
Great story, sucky graphics, but the acting sucked. The action hardly it sucked. I hate when I have to decipher a review. It's really annoying. Like, I don't want to have to Sherlock Holmes this shit. Like, I do like how it's like great story, sucky graphics, but the acting sucked. So it's like the graphics sucked, but the acting also sucked. Usually but is followed up with an opposing view. That did not happen here. Usually there's like, I don't want to date you, but I'd still like to be friends. Or, I don't want to get Chinese food, but I am hungry. Not, I don't want to get Chinese food, but I hate all food.
I am the Terminator. What a gay type of movie this is. Sure, some of the action scenes were pretty sweet, but overall, the movie totally, completely sucked. Thumbs down for James Cameron. I'm just confused. What's a gay? Splice that, and then I get it. Or now, am I offending a gays? But I can't not say it like that. A gays. It's like I'm having a hiccup. A gays.
It's the gay type. What does that mean? It doesn't even sound insulting. It sounds like someone's in like Bed Bath & Beyond buying sundry goods and they're like, huh, what a gay type of blanket that is. Not for me, but you know. Honey, smell this candle. Good script, but I simply can't stand Arnold Schwarzenegger. What's with the capital C, homie? Woo, I like it. I still have no clear idea of whether or not you like the movie. You just don't like him, and you liked the script. So did you look at a picture of him while reading a script, or did you watch the movie? A lot of other stuff is involved in this.
I do not like The Terminator. It's one of those films that were great when they came out, but over time, they've aged terribly. Some films like Casablanca age well though, and get better each time you watch it. This is not the case with The Terminator. I feel like Casablanca actually ages worse because those societal norms have drastically changed. So if you're actually comparing to aging well, bad CG versus like old stereotype tropes, go with the CG.
I don't know why they picked like one of the greatest like tragic love stories of all time as far as aging and compared it to like robot sci-fi action movie from the future. Like, why are you comparing those two as far as aging? It's like, look at this goat. Doesn't it just look like this toilet paper? No. No, it doesn't. This one was so boring, I went to go watch True Lies other than this shit. If you went to go see True Lies instead of watching The Terminator, wouldn't that imply that you didn't see The Terminator? Also, I will say you're better than that other person as far as comparison, because you did swap out a James Cameron Arnold Schwarzenegger movie for a James Cameron Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Nothing is interesting about this. It's only the Terminator after Sarah Connor. Only a human to protect her. Pathetic. The movie is just awful. I'd rather watch Dora Explorer than this. Isn't it Dora the Explorer? What are you, from Jersey? Dora Explorer? I love watching that chick I can't understand talk about stuff. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell right next to it. Also, if you want to see another video of ours, click on one of the ones on the screen. And until we see you guys next time, geek out and game on.